All right, so this video is for Bandit here. So I made this kind of a short little molding video on how to cut crown molding, other molding on a table saw, and this guy responded. Let's see, buy a miter saw. Miter saw is definitely the way to go. Those things it's almost like cheating. But anyways, I was like, aha, I wish I had one. And then this Bandit guy comes in. He's like, or even cut it by hand with that miter box and hand saw thing they sell. First, you don't cut crown molding laying flat. You cut it like it sits on the wall. Second, a table saw, it's meant to rip and not cut. This is just all wrong. What are you gonna do if cutting like a 10-foot piece? Cut to have someone holding up the other side of crown so you can cut it. This is hack homeowner stuff here. Don't ever do this. So probably correct. The miter saw is definitely better, and maybe even the miter box. But if you are doing a lot of crown molding, I did probably let's see, I don't know how many, probably a couple 100 feet of crown molding at least. And not to mention all the baseboards in my house on my table saw. So yes, is this guy correct in this? Yeah, definitely those. If you have the proper tools, it can make your job a lot easier for sure. And I was like, would you believe I did my entire house crown molding by myself? And yeah, those 10-foot long pieces I did by myself with a table saw. Let me tell you, it was not easy, but it actually turned out nice. So it's not easy to do. The angles are different, especially if the crown molding on the one side it's flat, but if you flip it over to do the different cut and maintain the angle and the tilt of the blade, I had to account for the unevenness of the other side of the molding, which was kind of rounded bigger, and it had its own slant there. So yeah, it wasn't easy, especially like a 10-foot or 12-foot piece, and I'm trying to hold it by myself and push it across the blade evenly. Yeah, it was not really recommended. If you have the money for a miter saw, go for it. He's like, yeah, but how much filler and paint did you use to make it look good? Because the way you're cutting it is all wrong. First, you rip with a table saw, not cut. Second, you need to cut crown like it sits on a wall, like at a 45-degree angle, not laying flat on a table. Dude, please, this is all wrong. Everything about it, leave it to the pros. If you don't know how to do it right, dude, go buy that hand saw miter box. It's under $20 at Walmart. You're better off with that. So probably, yeah, the miter box, but still I would have to do a ton of cutting with that. Would have taken a long time. And if you're saying you do it as it stands up, I would need a little bit taller miter box than the one I had, because this crown molding I think was 8 inches high, 6 to 8 inches high, something like that. So my miter box is quite a bit shorter than that. But once again, probably right. This guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about, and I'm not making this video to be like bashing anybody for sure. Okay, here he is again. Don't ever do this with crown molding. This is hack stuff. You don't cut crown molding with a table saw. If you don't have a miter saw, go buy the hand saw and box they sell and cut it by hand first. You don't cut crown molding laying flat on a table saw. You always cut crown molding like it sits on the wall. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a troll or anything, but this is wrong. A table saw is meant for ripping. A chop saw or miter saw is meant for cutting. I've been doing carpentry for over 25 years. When I told my other carpenter buds about this, they all laughed out loud, I think, saying, what, that's not how you cut crown molding? And once again, yeah, this guy probably knows way more about carpentry and things than I do, and definitely the miter saw is the way to go, but this was just to kind of demonstrate that you can cut crown molding with a table saw. It's just a lot more difficult to do. So I was like, hello, my friend, you are 100% right. Those other saws are ideal for sure. Unfortunately, I don't have them. I actually used my table saw with a 14-foot piece, I think it was 14-foot piece of crown molding, and cut them all when I did my house. It was very difficult to get the angles right. I was just demonstrating that can be done. I'm no expert, and I respect your trade much. Thank you for the comment. Truly sage advice. Have a blessed day, my friend. And then he comes back at ETPC. I only asked you to take it down because some kid's going to see this and not read comments and going to try it and lose an arm or a couple of fingers trying this out like this. Plus, it's wrong. It's all wrong. But how much filler and paint did you have to use to make it look good? I'm betting a lot. Okay. Actually, it turned out really good. I did a lot of calculating to get the proper angles and stuff. Believe me, it's not easy. I will put in a word of caution for sure. So I did that in the in the thing. I should make sure to follow all safety rules, be careful with this stuff. And then he comes back with, oh yeah, that's cool. How bad are your walls? Because you should be calculating both pieces, but should be at a 45-degree angle to make a 90-degree if your walls are level and square. I got to ask you, did you build your house? Laughing out loud. No, I wish I built my house. That would be kind of fun. It should always be to a 45-degree angles to make a 90-degree. Every inside and outside corner in your home is at a 90-degree angle. Well, it should be if it's level and square. You could also got a better cut with skill saw and a speed square. You could have left one end, a butt end, and coped or copied the other end if your walls are that bad. I think he meant coped maybe. That's how you should do it, so you're not messing with two different angles. Know what I mean? Coping is very easy once you get the hang of it. Yeah, I heard a lot of people saying, I addressed that in the video I'm making, that the coping way is pretty cool. It's very easy once you get the hang of it. Also, I think it takes a little bit more skill too. Like I said, once you get the hang of it, this guy's been a carpenter for 25 years, so definitely I think that coping does take a little bit of work. Get the hang of it. Also looks better at the end. But when I ask you to take down because it's wrong, I'm just thinking of the kid or homeowner trying this out at home for the first time and losing an arm because it's wrong and unsafe, and that's all. But hey, can you take a video or pic of your crown molding, show us how it looks, and maybe shut me up, laughing out loud. And then he's like, you really should maybe let me know this ain't the right way. Let them know this ain't the right way, and you'll get a laugh a lot on a job site if you go to try this on a job site. Okay, and then he made another comment about pretty much the same thing. Cut less line for the fish, so it's like a I just found your channel, but you can please take this video down. I've been doing carpentry for over 25 years. You don't cut crown molding with a table saw at all. First, you don't cut it laying flat on the table. Cut it like it sits on the wall. And a table saw is meant for ripping and not cutting. And for next time they sell this little hand saw in a box with a bunch of lines cut on those lines are 45 degrees, 50 degrees, 40 degrees, and so on. But it's like a hand miter box, I think they call it. But you can make one or even buy one at Walmart and use that for crown molding before table saw. And if you like, I'd give you a good deal on fixing all the crown molding around your house you installed. Hey, you live, you learn, and this is a way they say leave it up to the this is a way, I think maybe this is why they say leave it up to the pros or people who know what they are doing somewhat. So yeah, probably a skilled carpenter would probably be kind of expensive. I'm not sure how much Bandit charges to do crown molding per hour. He's probably super fast at it anyways, but yeah, I think it turned out all right. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And always with all power tools, you got to be really careful, follow instructions, use the guides and all safety material that you can, because they can be dangerous. So I'm just going to put a video here of my crown molding, and it was kind of a fun back and forth here. No animosity, just talking. I don't care. I don't think he's trolling or anything. He's just looking out for people, making sure they do it the right way, and I can respect that. So thanks, Bandit. Here's the video on the molding. Okay, this is in response to Bandit as far as cutting crown molding on a table saw and regular molding. Yeah, it can be done, and even, you know, kind of like not super complicated or anything, but I don't think it turned out all too horribly bad, even with the long stretches of crown molding here. You know, I think it turned out pretty nice. So it can be done. I just thought I would share because obviously if you have a different kind of saw, it makes it a lot easier. But this turned out pretty good, I think. I don't know if you could do it any better on a regular one, a regular normal saw, coping saw. And it works good on baseboard molding as well. Did the bull nose, so it's 23 and some odd degrees or something, because it's 4 different angles to get the 90 there. So yeah, I haven't painted my baseboard molding either yet, but I did like most of the rooms in my house. There's a few more, but they all turned out like decently nice, I think. So just thought I'd throw this video out there to you, Bandit, because you were kind of asking about it, and I'm not trying to shut anybody up or saying I'm the best at anything, especially obviously there's many more skilled people out there, much more skilled than I am. So I'm just a humble, not so skilled DIYer that makes YouTube videos and throws them out there. Maybe help other people out a little bit. So can be done on the table saw. Clearly it'll be easier with other saws. If you have a nice setup, definitely make it a lot better. And like the coping saw method that you said, I haven't tried it myself, but a lot of people that I talk to that know, that do construction and stuff, or are kind of handy. Yeah, they say the coping saw method is really quite easy, and it works out really nice. The molding butts up right against it really well. So anyways, I hope this is helpful. Not trying to call anybody out or anything like that. Just showing the video that it can be done without too much problems once you get the little angles figured out or whatever. So it's a little different on the flat surface, especially if I was cutting this, if I had to flip it over to get my other side going. So the long pieces were the difficult ones, because I had to hold it at, just to keep it balanced and flush on there, and then take it across the blade on the table saw was not that easy, especially these long runs of molding. So anyways, that's it. Yeah, thanks Bandit for your comments. I appreciate it. Have a great day.